Welcome back to the Automotive Business Cockpit. Today is July 20th, 2026. Good morning. This is your chief analyst. We are starting this new week with data that clearly exposes how the balance of power in the automotive world is shifting from traditional metal bending to pure data processing. The winners of this weekend do not come from Detroit, Stuttgart, or Wolfsburg, but from Silicon Valley. Let us analyze the developments of the last 72 hours. The top priority news for the global industry comes from Alphabet's Waymo. The company is immediately launching driverless rides in San Diego, Las Vegas, Tampa, and Denver. This aggressive expansion signals that Waymo is leaving the testing phase behind and scaling its robotaxi business model across the United States. This rapid expansion of autonomous fleets is a massive wake-up call for legacy automakers who are still stuck in slow-moving pilot projects. This massive push for autonomous systems connects directly to the financial markets, where we are seeing another tectonic shift. U.S. memory chip manufacturer Micron Technology has reached a historic $1 trillion market capitalization for the first time in its history. The catalyst: massive long-term supply contracts with the global automotive industry. Automakers require such incredible volumes of high-performance memory chips for their new AI architectures that automotive deals are now driving tech giants into trillion-dollar territory. While tech-driven players are soaring, the traditional retail landscape is struggling to survive. America's Car-Mart, a prominent dealership group in the U.S. subprime segment, is closing 40% of its locations and warning of potential bankruptcy. Sky-high vehicle prices and crushing financing rates are destroying the purchasing power of lower and middle-income buyers. This economic strain ties into a broader strategic retreat in the electric vehicle sector. Analysts are now documenting a growing EV graveyard as major legacy automakers, particularly in the U.S., drastically cut back or indefinitely postpone planned and existing EV models. The market is in a deep trough, forcing a hasty pivot back to high-margin combustion engines and hybrids. However, as automakers shift back to hybrids, they face another hurdle: consumer frustration with over-engineered technology. Buying even a simple hybrid now comes with a steep learning curve for less tech-savvy customers. Complex touchscreens and cluttered menus are alienating traditional buyers. This frustration with proprietary, overcomplicated systems is fueling a powerful strategic counter-movement. The demand for the right to repair is growing louder. Consumers want more autonomy over their highly digitized vehicles, refusing to accept that proprietary software locks them into expensive manufacturer-authorized workshops for basic repairs. This tension between proprietary software and consumer independence directly links to the massive cybersecurity challenges defining the modern software-defined vehicle. While over-the-air updates, or OTA, are the backbone of modern automotive strategies, safety experts are issuing stark warnings. Your vehicle's next software update could become its biggest security risk. Deep wireless integration into driving physics opens up unprecedented pathways for cyber attacks. This risk is giving rise to a booming submarket. The global automotive OTA testing systems market is projected to explode by 18 to 25% annually through 2035. This growth is driven not just by the fear of hackers, but by strict regulatory frameworks like UN R155 and R156, which mandate comprehensive cybersecurity management systems for OEMs. A car that is not hardened and certified against cyber threats simply will not get type approval in Europe and major Asian markets. Meanwhile, technology is also taking the wheel in the development phase. The integration of artificial intelligence is radically changing how new models are designed, with algorithms calculating aerodynamics and material efficiency in a fraction of the time human designers would take. Looking at these global shifts, what does this mean for the boardrooms in Munich, Stuttgart, and Wolfsburg? If we zoom in on Germany, there are three critical directives that executives must acknowledge immediately. First, the Waymo shock to the German Level 3 ego. Facing reality, while Mercedes-Benz is rightfully proud of being the first to certify Level 3 systems for highway traffic jams, Alphabet is playing a completely different game. Driverless robotaxis operating in 4 new U.S. cities mean Waymo is accumulating millions of real-world urban Level 4 miles. If German premium OEMs think they can win the race for urban autonomy solely through slow in-house R&D, they are mistaken. Tech giants are pulling away, and German OEMs must rapidly invest in AI partnerships to avoid losing the future of urban mobility to U.S. and Chinese players. Second, the deadly OTA trap for Cariad and MBOS. The warnings surrounding wireless updates must trigger immediate red alerts at Volkswagen and Mercedes. If an OTA update fails or introduces a security vulnerability, it is not just a PR disaster. Under UN regulations, it could mean the immediate revocation of type approval for entire fleets. This is a massive opportunity for German suppliers like Bosch, Continental, and ZF to step in, build the necessary testing infrastructure, and provide cyber firewalls. The OTA testing market represents a highly profitable sweet spot where traditional engineering reliability meets the software-defined era. Third, the EV graveyard dilemma. The fact that U.S. automakers are scaling back EVs should not be seen as an excuse to abandon electrification. Instead, it highlights that global consumers are not willing to pay premium prices for mediocre EVs. For Audi, BMW, and Porsche, platform flexibility is survival. Those who can deliver next-generation plug-in hybrids with over 100 kilometers of electric range will capture high margins over the next 3 to 5 years, while others bury their investments in the EV graveyard. As we kick off this week, the automotive industry finds itself pulled between extreme opposites. Companies like Micron, building the AI brains of tomorrow, are rewarded with trillion-dollar valuations. Pioneers like Waymo are redefining mobility. Meanwhile, those sticking to legacy retail models and selling overpriced sheet metal to overwhelmed consumers are looking into the abyss. Software and cybersecurity are now the ultimate arbiters of brand survival. Make sure to subscribe to the Automotive Business Cockpit on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify so you never miss our deep dives into the trends reshaping the global auto industry. See you tomorrow in the cockpit.